Hey friends, what's up? It's Moses. I hope you guys had a great 4th of July day. It's time to get back to work. That trailer you see right there, that one, that's the trailer I'm supposed to be picking up from here, and it's blocked in. It's still on the trucks. They haven't yet started moving them into parking spots. So I need to figure out how I'm gonna get to it. There is space that end, but mine is facing on the inside. So all I've done is to move that trailer out of the way and this trailer out of the way, and then I'm gonna try and squeeze in there. But before I do that, I need to make sure all the pins are locked, so that since I'm going in on an angle, I don't want it tilting or making any movements that are not called for. I don't know if you guys can see, but there is another driver out there that is trying to do the same thing. Unfortunately for him, he has a sleeper. I found him trying to do that and he's still there. So if I'm done here and he's still there, I'll go and see if I can help him out. So I got it out and I came to see if this guy got his out. Looks like he has his out, so I can safely proceed knowing that I didn't leave a fellow driver stranded on the tracks. So I'm done with my first stop. I had to look for an empty, but I got one now. I'm heading to a customer I have never been to before. So which means that I really have to plan my way out there to see how I'm gonna get in and out of that place. So there are a couple of steps that I personally take, and these are the steps. So the very first thing that I do is to Google the customer. When I Google the customer, I don't go by the address that they've given me. I Google the customer name. The reason I do that is very simple. There are times when they have the wrong address in the system. And so for me to make sure that I'm going to the right place, I use the customer name. And then I double check to see if the address that Google gives me is the same that they have given me in the system. Believe me, that helps out, because there are some of the addresses they will have, and those addresses take you to a residential area or to a totally different place. So it's easier for me to double check by using the customer name and then making sure that the addresses match the one that Google gives me and the one that is in the system. Of course, the second thing is now to find the directions. So again, using Google, I find the directions. And the reason I do this is because I want to get the overview of what is going to be happening. How far am I going to be going from where I am? What freeways am I going to take? How far is the customer from the freeway? Is it a rural place? Is it a a town? Is it how many turns will I be making when I exit? Just a general idea of what my journey or my trip is going to look like. From there, I want then to go into the satellite mode, and I just want to get the general feel of the area. Again, I want to see if the area is a rural place. I want to see is it a congested place in terms of other buildings around it. I just want to get a general feel of the neighborhood where the customer is. So I get my satellite out, and then I first go wide so that I can get the general view of the area where the customer is located. After getting the general view, I just want now to zoom in into the customer, because I want to see where the entrance is, where I'm going to be coming from, and how am I going to be turning into the customer, where are the docks situated. I just want to look at the customer and make sure that I understand which area, how the area looks like, and how things are going to be when I get at the customer location itself. So just looking at this customer, this is going to be a tricky one. These roads that I see here, I don't know really how wide they are. So as I go in, I need to think about that. I don't know how wide these roads are. And when you see where the GPS is going to take me, I need to be careful, because first and foremost, I don't see a truck entrance from the road that has the address, which means I'm going to go in on profit. But from the look of things, if I use this route, that means I'm going to have to blind sight, and I'm blind sighting from the road. If you look and see where those docks are, I'm blind sighting from the road. I don't want to do that. So what I want to do instead, I'm going to try and go and come in from the frontage road and make that right turn. And I don't know if they will have enough space for me even to park by the side of the road and go in, check in, and see what they want me to do. I have no idea. I don't know how the traffic is going to be in this area. So as I go in, I'm already wondering how this place is going to turn out. But at least right now, the plan is I'm going to use the frontage road and make that right turn instead of going where the GPS wants me to go. I think I'm going to go this other route so that I don't have to blindside. Okay, so the last thing that I want is to have a plan B, because sometimes you plan for things and things don't work out the way you wanted them to work out. So since I'm going to be coming from the frontage road and wanting to make that right, I have no idea if that is a small street that I can't make a right, or what if that's a one-way and I can't make a right turn. So I need to have a plan B if things don't work out. So whenever I'm going to a customer, I usually want to have a second look. After I've looked at everything else, I want to have a plan D. What if I get there and sometimes you get to a customer location and the place where you thought you'd be entering in, maybe there is a gate and it's locked. Maybe they say you are not supposed to get in through there, it's just an exit. You never know. So usually what I want is to have a plan B. If things don't work out the way I planned them, what is my way out? What else can I do to make sure that maybe I could even have to go maybe a couple of blocks away, make some left or right turns to get back to the location, but I need a plan B. So those are my steps that I usually follow. Now it's time to go and execute them. So things did not go as expected. Even though I planned my exit, there is construction coming to this place. So the exit that I was supposed to use, it was closed off because of construction. And you remember how I said I wanted to come from this side so that I don't have to blindside. Well, it didn't work out that way. But that's the point about even having a plan B, just looking at the entire map and having an idea of what you may do just in case things don't turn out the way you expected them. So this was a good example. My exit was closed. I had to go use another turn. So I ended up making some right turns to get back here. But that meant I had to blindside, which wasn't bad at all, because even though you're blindsiding from the road, there is enough space for you to make it. They didn't have another, when I got here at least, they didn't have another container or another truck, because that would complicate it more. This place isn't as bad as I thought in terms of traffic. There's no traffic. Looks like maybe most of the places are closed around here. I don't know if this is how it is during the day in early hours, but it's not bad at all. And I can see they have some places where, like trucks, you can see some truck trailers. So it's not as bad as I thought, which was good, because as soon as I made those right turns, I could see that it was truck friendly than I had thought. So no traffic, I mean very, very light traffic. And for me, at least, the bad news is that the customer is already closed. I spent a lot of time trying to find an empty, but according to the dispatch, I was supposed to be here before 4:30. I got here at 4:45, which is 15 minutes late. But according to the customer, what I saw on the door, they close at 4 o'clock. So I'm just waiting to see what dispatch tells me to do, and then I'll take it from there.